Friends and viewer, I have my hand very beautiful book, Medieval Romances. The name of this book is Medieval Romances. It is published by Modern Library. So in this Medieval Romances, we have a Perceval, Tristan and Isolde, the youth of Alexander, Accusins and Nicole de Havelock, the Danes, Sir Orphew, Sir Gavin, and the Green Knight, the Book of Balin. This is all the medieval romances about the romance, about the chivalries of old days, of the medieval age. So today we will discuss about the Perceval, the tale of Perceval, and the story of the Grail, the Holy Grail. So it is taken from the medieval romances, the story of the Holy Grail, Perceval, or the story of the Holy Grail, written by Chretien de Troyes. The Tale of Holy Grail by Sir Perceval, with the object of finding Galahad and overcoming him for his own greater glory, Perceval asks an old recluse about the Galahad's whereabout. The recluse, Perceval's aunt, tells him that his mother is dead from sorrow and is abandoning her for the fellowship of the Round Table. And the Round Table was created by Merlin as a symbol of the world, a place of false security which can lead to overwhelmingly pride. By Merlin's prophecy, only 3 Round Table knights still achieve the Grail quest. 2 virgin knights and the one who is chaste, and the best of these is Galahad. Perceval repents his proud wish to beat Galahad for glory, and his aunt tells him the way. Riding on, he comes upon a wounded knight, 400 years old, Sir Evloc or Modrines, who in the days of Joseph of Arimathea asked God that he not be allowed to die until he had seen the knight who had achieved the Grail quest. The Lord granted Evloc wish and promised that when Sir Evloc saw the Grail Knight, he would at last be healed. Perceval goes to find Galahad for him, but is attacked by 20 knights who manage to kill his horse before Galahad saves Perceval's life. Galahad then rides away again, still insisting on pursuing the quest alone. Perceval walks in the forest, gets the gift of the Hackney from the distressed squire, meets with a man on the black horse who kills the Hackney or the scornfully rides off. Then a lady appears and gives him a black horse in return for his service. The horse runs 4 days' journey in an hour and is about to plunge into the sea when Perceval crosses himself in the fright and breaks the horse's demonic power. It shakes him off and goes flaming and howling into the river. Now Perceval sees a serpent fighting a lion. He takes the lion's part because it is a noblest beast, and kills the serpent. In a dream, the lady who owns the lion praises him, and the lady of the serpent demands that in the payment for her pet, he became her man. He refuses. A holy man comes to him on a white ship and explains the allegory. The lady of the lion is a new law, faith, hope, belief, and baptism. The lady of the serpent is the old law, served by fiends, the black horse and the serpent. And her request that he be her man was a temptation. The holy man departs arid now a black ship comes. A beautiful maiden tells Parzival lies, gets him drunk, and lies naked with him in a splendid pavilion. Parzival crosses himself, pavilion and lady vanish. The holy man refuses, returns, explained that the lady was a devil himself and that henceforth he must be more careful. The holy man vanishes and Parzival boards his ship and leaves the place. So this is the story of the Parzival and the Holy Grail, and taken from the this medieval romances, the Parzival and the search or the story of the Holy Grail. This entire book is full of medieval romances, chivalries, knighthoods, and this Parzival, who was also one of the knights, he was out for the quest of the Holy Grail, and this medieval romances is a very interested tales of chivalries and knights, and full of adventure. By reading these medieval romances, one can get into the lure or the charm of the medieval romances. I hope you will enjoy this, the Parzival or the Holy Grail, or In the Search of Holy Grail. Thank you very much.